barriers are of great importance. It's very hard to win if you draw them wide. I know you only have one turn to come around, but if you get trapped deep, you get pushed off turning for home. Now, the two main horses in this race are the horse I'm riding, Masked Party and Lion Hunter. It's going to come down to who handles the track the best. Lion Hunter is a young horse on the way up.
Well, with Lion Hunter a late scratching, Shane must be even more confident now. That, of course, was filmed before Shane commenced his riding commitments for the day. One giving a little bother over there. Simon, what's your fancy?
Yeah, Masked Party is very hard to go past this gelding in the yard. I thought it looked exceptional. Waver Tree looked very well, so did Bialia.
Okay, and as we pick up vision there, we're just waiting for one or two behind the line to take their place. These are older horses. You wouldn't think there was going to be any great problem, but the best laid plans of mice and men don't always work out. $3.90 now for the favourite Masked Party, and that's Mick Dittman, Ruffles jockey. I could just see there standing on the side of the barrier stalls, and TAB number 4 going forward there, Simon, is Ruline. Ruline's in. I think we'll see the flashing light in a moment when Mick Dittman remounts Ruffles. The Sydney mare, or more correctly Newcastle, they're all in, about to go. Here's John Russell.
There's the light. Off and running. Another excuse, jumped nicely to the inside with Masked Party, and Mad Chevelle got out pretty well. And away quickly towards the outside. Reckon showing speed and mint condition up in the firing line with Bialia as they settle into Strider. Royal Riverton got away well. Royal Discard just in behind them off the track. A little there is Ruffles. A length and a half further back is Prince Marauding, being followed further back in the field by Lord Matthew, and Waver Tree has dropped out to last. 600 metres left to run. Here's a good go for the lead now. Reckon one of the leaders on the outside with Bialia the centre. Masked Party over on the inside is just behind them, and they're followed closely by Ruffles gaining ground. Over on the outside, Ralline coming to the picture. A length further back is Saker on the inside of mint condition, Royal Discard. Further back in the field of Prince Marauding, Mad Chevelle back behind them. A long gap to Lord Matthew. Another excuse as they straighten up, and they're across the track now. Ralline coming down the outside, Ruffles in the firing line, and towards the inside, Royal Riverton from Masked Party, who's under pressure. Saker's back behind them. Then Reckon coming down the outside, Royal Discard, but Ruffles has dashed away in the final stages. Looked all over a winner. Got 2 lengths on Royal Discard, finishing well, and on the inside, Masked Party, but it's Ruffles in no danger. Ruffles wins it well. Slaker's got up to run second. Royal Discard third from another excuse, and Masked Party, Waver Tree finished right on the heels of the place getters, followed by Prince Marauding, Mad Chevelle, Royal Riverton, Lord Matthew, and further back in the field of Raleigh in mid-condition, Dry Humour, Reckon, and last of all, Bialy.
Well, the Newcastle mare Ruffles gave a little bit of bother going into the barrier, but she was too good, and at big odds, she's got the prize. TAB number 8, Ruffles. There she is, looking at the head-on. Mick Dittman shot it clear. She's got brilliant pace. Set out 3 and 4 wide to the turn, burnt them off, and away she went, and that was the end of the section. She's by Zenith, who's won a lot of top races here at Caulfield out of the group-winning mare Paris Miss. And number 8, Ruffles, wins the Group 3 Scalacci Stakes. There we see her dashing past the leader, Masked Party, on the rails. Coming down the outside is Royal Discard. And what's that you're pointing out, Simon?
Waver Tree just down the outside. Ended up running about 4th, but have a look at the way the horse finishes. The race, one to watch. In the grey colours coming down the outside. 2 good Ruffles, but Waver Tree, the way it finished off the 1100 was just super.
Well, no doubt about the winner. Ruffles, TAB number 8, has paid $16.50 and $5.10. Very close for second and third. Possibly Seeker, if she gets it, number 6, will pay $2.90. She has run second officially. And number 1, Royal Discard third, will pay $4.80. Those numbers are now official. 8 Ruffles first, 6 Seeker second, 1 Royal Discard third, as we take another break on Caulfield Cup Day from the wide world of sports. Favourites dominate betting. TAB number 1, Chlorophyll, who is showing $2.70. She's a stablemate of the previous winner, Ruffles. Both are trained by Max Lees at Newcastle, Both are by Zenitov, who used to be trained here at Caulfield. She's at 270, Chlorophyll. Second favourite, number 12, Rose of Portland from the Lee Friedman stable, is at $3.70. $3.80 as I speak. Odds of about 11 to 4. They're the only two runners under double figures. The other two in the market, or the next two in the market, would be number 4 Rubidium at $11.60 and number 6 Amber at $10.90. Simon, quickly, what do you like, the favourite?
Yes, the favourite looked very well. Rubidium looked exceptionally well. So did Rose of Portland, and also a roughie, Gold City, number 14. Has come over from New Zealand. Eddie Wilkinson to ride. Barrier 11, I thought looked a treat as well.
Yeah, I thought Chlorophyll would win. I did think she'd be at better odds than $2.70, but beggars can't be choosers. Rose of Portland, a fortnight ago, was thought of as a big Caulfield Cup chance. She didn't get to that race, but she'll be hard to beat here. They're about to go.
New Smyrna first to begin towards the inside. Rose of Portland got out quickly, so did Chlorophyll. And just in behind them is Kahuna Queen going very fast, and Fiddlestick up on the outside with Amber just behind them. A length further back, Gull City very wide as Rubidium as they race onto the railway side. And they were followed by River Tane. Hello second last, and Eastern Zone has dropped out to last. Fiddlestick takes the leader. Half a length, the Kali Princess coming up to the 1,000. A length and a half further back is Diabolo Girl on the outside of Kahuna Queen. 2 lengths away on the rails is Chlorophyll and company with Amber. A length and a half further back, Rose of Portland. They're followed by Secret Weapon. Further back behind them then came Flying Flight, followed by Mac Razor and New Smyrna and Rubidium gaining ground around the outside. A length to River Tane. Gull City in behind them. Flying Flight has dropped back to be third last at that point, followed by Eastern Zone and Hello Darla's last of all. 600 to go. Fiddlestick the leader, a half length to Kali Princess. A length and a half Kahuna Queen. Chlorophyll making ground. So is Rose of Portland up on the outside. Diabolo Girl and deep as Amber. And Rubidium from a long way back as they make the home turn. 400 metres left to go. Kali Princess has taken the leader. Got away by over a length. The Fiddlestick coming down the outside. Rose of Portland. Chlorophyll is looking for the way out. She's getting clear now. Got bumped slightly as they come to the 200. Kali Princess being tackled by Chlorophyll, and over on the outside. Rose of Portland. Amber very deeper. Chlorophyll on the inside has taken the lead from Rose of Portland with 100 metres left to go. And Courtney Qualms for a long way back, but it's Chlorophyll. Chlorophyll much too good, wins it well. A length and a half. Rose of Portland. Courtney Qualms is third, followed by River Tane. Gull City back behind them. Mac Razor. Flying Flight. Kali Princess from Hello Darla, and then New Smyrna, Kahuna Queen, Rubidium, followed by Fiddlestick, Secret Weapon, Eastern Zone, and last Diabolo Girl.
And that, my friends, is a bit of class. Already a Group 1 winner. Today wins the Group 3 Tristark Stakes. Number 1 Chlorophyll, $2.70 for the win, $1.50 for the place. Number 12 Rose of Portland, $1.80, and number 10 Courtney Qualms for Darren Beedman, $4.20. The story of that race, Simon, we'll see in the replay, was that the winner was too good when she virtually bumped away clear at the top of the straight.
It certainly was too good, and is there some class? This mare is class, Chlorophyll, and so is the hoop on board, Simon Marshall. Just a super ride, was getting squeezed at the top of the straight, rode the horse out, didn't knock her about in any shape or form, and she just oozes class. She was far too good for them.
You won't get an argument from me. One of the best jockeys in Australia, Simon Marshall, as Chlorophyll dashes away to beat the highly boomed Rose of Portland, who had a chance but just couldn't match the other filly's acceleration. And look at this mare coming down the outside of the straight. Courtney Qualms in the cerise and white and the blinkers. She gets up to run third, and that was a very, very nice run too. She might win a race over the Carnival at Flemington.
Yes, no, Rose of Portland. Look, a great effort for Rose of Portland to be freshened up. The last run was the Turnbull Stakes over 2,000 metres. Has come back today and run a ripper over 1,400.
Okay, Chlorophyll coming back to scale. She's going to get a break now, and so are you, as we take this short respite from today's edition of the Wide World of Sports.
It's delightful here right now at Caulfield on Caulfield Cup Day. The sun has come through, and the conditions are very, very pleasant, but of course the track was downgraded from good to dead. That was about an hour or so ago. We've had Caulfield Race 5, number 1, $2.70 and $1.50, number 12, $1.80, and number 10, third, $4.20, the Victorian Dividends. And we would like to tell you that, of course, that Mick Doohan was on that terrific last run there to try and qualify for pole position for tomorrow's 500cc Grand Prix. Well, Mick didn't quite make it. In fact, he's finished up as third fastest qualifier. Alex Greville, Caparossi, Doohan, Catalora, Bale, Okada, Checker and Barris. That's the top 8 there for tomorrow's Australian 500cc Grand Prix, and we'll have it all live for you right here on the Wide World of Sports from 11 a.m. Check your local TV guides on that one, but right across the country. Terrific coverage tomorrow. Picking up a winner in today's Caulfield Cup takes more than just a little luck. You can't ignore the form guide, but even that doesn't give you the complete picture. To help you find that elusive winner, Leslie Tapsell takes a look at the key races leading up to this year's Cup.
Thursday's Flemington track work is just about the last stop on the road to Caulfield Cup glory. For many, including last year's champion De Remus and stablemate Count Shivers, that path began in the Craigley Stakes on September 7.
But Celius is still the leader. She's holding Sir Boom at bay. Celius, 2 strong hands and heels, is going to win the Craigley. Celius wins it by a...
Back midfield in the purple and pink, De Remus was beaten, but far from disgraced. 2 weeks later, Octagonal upstaged the Cup hopefuls in the Underwood Stakes at Caulfield. If you can somehow ignore Rocky's run, the standouts were the placing of Count Shivers and the finishes of Dupain and De Remus.
Very well, but Celius is the leader. Octagonal! Look at Octagonal down the outside. And Seascape bursting through in the centre, and Count Shivers. It's Octagonal in front of Count Shivers. Octagonal! Octagonal back to his best today, wins it from Count Shivers and Seascape. They were followed next home by De Remus, made up many lengths.
If that race was a sign last year's champ was coming good, then the 2,000-metre Turnbull Stakes was virtually an all-points bulletin. On a muddy track at Flemington, only Beau Art could make any impression on De Remus.
Beau Art over on the outside is coming after De Remus, who's in front. Inside the final 200 metres, De Remus is holding Beau Art. Cheviot from a long way back, Love Dance, and back behind them Storm, but it's De Remus. De Remus is going to score a big win in the Turnbull. 1 by a length and a half. Beau Art second, third Cheviot, followed by Love Dance.
It was enough to convince trainer Lee Friedman he should overlook Japan and instead chase back-to-back Cup doubles. De Remus' biggest hurdle, the handicapper.
Of course, he's got 6 kilos more than he carried in it last year, but as against that, since he was weighted on that, he's won a Caulfield Cup, a Melbourne Cup, a Queen Elizabeth and a Turnbull, so I suppose I can't blue about the weight. He's a great stayer. He's drawn okay. He should get a nice run without having to do too much work in there. And I think if he gets any breaks in the race, he's certainly the one to beat.
That same weekend at Randwick, Sydney produced its most reliable Cup form guide. From the 2,600-metre Metropolitan emerged a Gay Waterhouse double. Watch also for the run of 4th place, the Phantom Chance, wearing the orange and black.
Safely and Hula Flight, nothing like a Dane is coming fast in the last little bit from Hula Flight. Hula Flight on the inside has just lasted to win the Met drop from Nothing Like a Dane and Saintly in the centre. Then the Phantom Chance followed by...
Hula Flight drops 1.5 kilos from that win, but it was the finish of Nothing Like a Dane that grabbed the eye.
Well, I think he'll beat them on his Metropolitan run. It was an outstanding run. He found the line strong and he's gone ahead since then.
So to Caulfield last Saturday, and for some, like New Zealand's Sydney Cup runner-up, the Bandette, it was win the Quickies Stakes or forget the Caulfield Cup.
With 100 metres left to go, Alcova's coming at it on the inside. The Bandette, Alcova's, they go to the line. The Bandette by a long head to Alcove. Skybow, a big run third.
Earlier in the Caulfield Stakes, the Cox Plate field had a test run. But from a Cup viewpoint, there was a standout, third-placed Peep on the Sly. Only Juggler ran a faster final 200 all day.
He's got it shot to pieces, Juggler, much too good, and Juggler wins it well by 3 lengths to Magnet Bay, getting up for third. Peep on the Sly ahead of Octagonal, followed by...
The last throw of the Cup dice came in Wednesday's Coogee Stakes. 7 horses, including Brisbane Cup winner Dupain and Tony Vazel's Buzz-Off, needed a win to qualify. But it was a mare with no second chances who stole the Cup berth.
Pearson back behind them. Falonde is now starting to come into the picture, fairway backer, but he's giving the leaders a tidy start as they run down with 150 to go. Circles of Gold has taken the lead. Here comes the great Falonde on the outside. Circles of Gold in front, close to home. Falonde flying will be too late. Circles of Gold, 3/4 of a length. Falonde, Boheed's run third, followed by...
For the former AJC Oaks winner, the Coogee victory broke a 17-month drought. But the real story was the ride of Mick Dickman aboard second-placed Volante. He copped a serve from punters and also from trainer Jack Denham. Whether he keeps the ride for next week's Cox Plate is next week's news. But today, the big question is who'll win the Caulfield Cup. With the finals say, here's a man who doesn't have a runner this year, but since 1966 has trained more Caulfield Cup winners than anyone else.
So you reckon it's an open cup field?
Very open. I would keep in the slide 10 to 1's a good each way bet, I'd say.
Very keen eye, there's the word from Bart. Peep on the sly each way. However, not everyone agrees with Bart. Anne-Marie Sparkman has been speaking with John Wheeler about his two chances in the Cup, the Phantom Chance and the Bandette.
John Wheeler, a New Zealand trainer who loves to sneak over the Tasman and take our big races like the Cox Plate. What about the Caulfield Cup today?
Oh, we'll be giving it our best shot, but I've never won one, so I'm holding my breath. I haven't had that much luck at Caulfield, but I think we go very close, yeah.
Now, the Phantom Chance, he won the Cox Plate in '93. He's only won one race since, but I believe he's had some problems. He's a bit of an asthmatic.
Yeah, he's had a few problems. We've just... we've overcome the problems, I think, you know, and he's going pretty good now. I'm pretty happy with him, and it's only fourth time up. He's probably got a tick of improvement in him, but he's flying at the moment, so he's going to be a big chance.
But everybody's talking about the Bandette with that beautiful weight, nice lightweight.
Yeah, he gets in light all right. You could nearly ride him at that weight, couldn't you? But I just went down and checked my jockey, and he's made the weight quite comfortably, so it's pretty. Things look pretty good. The unfortunate thing, of course, we got a bad marble, but you can't help bad luck.
He obviously had a great run, the quicker he's winning that. Was that a good indicator?
I guess it's not really in normal years, but I don't believe the Caulfield Stakes was that good an indicator anyhow, because Juggler bet them pointlessly and Magnet Bay just bet the others just as easy. But Peep on the Sly is one of the horses that I'm afraid of, you know, if there is one. And I think the Quickies form will hold up.
Okay, well, good luck today.
Okay, good as gold. All the best.
It's a great old saying, isn't it? Good as gold. We hope so. We're legging you into the saddle on this turf and Tarmac Saturday. More from Eastern Creek, plus all the colour of the Caulfield Cup still to come. We will be right back.
Welcome back to Wide Water Sports on Caulfield Cup Day. Hope you're enjoying our coverage. Now, Sydney has experienced a bit of unsettled weather late this week. How has it affected the fancied runners at Randwick? Simon and Ken have a market on race 5, fellas.
Maxie, don't you dare talk about Sydney's weather. I'm going to catch pneumonia here today, and we're almost in November.
Love the hairdo, kid.
That's the win, son. OK, let's look at these tote prices for the Glenmore Meat Company handicap in Sydney at Randwick. Main action, of course, at Caulfield, but we're going to show you race 5, 6 and 7 in Sydney. Roadworthy at 25 to 1, Blue Valley at 20 to 1, Nozomi Express about 260 on the tote, odds of round about 13 to 8. Be hard to beat, it is short odds though. Lagisque at 25 to 1, 16's expensive, Twilight Hour 5 to 1. Gold Ruler from the Gay Waterhouse stable is second favourite to beat Nozomi Express. He's at about 3.5 to 1. How's Billy is an 8 to 1 chance. 50's Beachcomber, 25 Lamellison. Graham Rogerson told me he thought it had a good rough chance. He trains Lamellison. March to the Sky is at 15 to 1, or March to the Sea I should say, and Luscala at 60 to 1 is one of the roughies. They're over behind the barrier there at Randwick at the 1400 metre start. A couple still to go in, and then they'll be ready for race 5. Good run from the 1400 metre start, and in this field of 12, every horse should have his chances. OK, John Russell's calling our races, of course, at Caulfield, but up at Randwick, we've got our master, Mr. John Tapp. Here he is.
Again, Billy Cooper has a small audience as he hops onto the rostrum to release the field. Now they're set Off and running, and there's a good start. Expensive, if anything, is a shade slow to begin. One of the first out is March to the Sea. Blue Valley is away quickly, and La Scala jumped smartly. So did Larger Skay from a wide gate. Gold Ruler quickly poking through into a prominent posse, followed by Beachcomber, and then Lamella's in and getting back a bit early is Roadworthy. Expensive as well back after a tardy start. Nozomi Express a bit deep in the run to the first turn, followed by How's Billy, and dropping out last is Twilight Hour. Larger Skay crossed and went to the lead over the half-mile crossing by more than a length to La Scala. On the fence, March to the Sea, and Gold Ruler getting between horses has moved through second now, followed by Beachcomber. 3 deep Roadworthy on the fence, Blue Valley in a packing field. Further back, Expensive on the outside of Lamella's, and Nozomi Express makes a line of 3. 2 lengths to Twilight Hour, with How's Billy last of all as they near the turn. 500 metres out, Larger Skay first into the straight is clear of March to the Sea, Gold Ruler, La Scala, followed by Beachcomber. Blue Valley looking for room. Further back as Lamella's in as they top the hill. Coming to the 200 mark, and March to the Sea raced up to head. Larger Skay. Gold Ruler is immediately under pressure. Blue Valley running on, and Nozomi Express is coming right down the extreme outside. March to the Sea still in front, 100 metres out. Here's Nozomi Express thundering home, and Blue Valley is squeezing through near the rail, but Nozomi Express does it again and raced away to win over Blue Valley. Probably Twilight Hour just getting up to nose March to the Sea out of third money, followed by Lamella's and Larger Skay, Expensive, Beachcomber, How's Billy, and then Gold Ruler with La Scala last of the main bunch, and a long last is Roadworthy.
Well, he struck a purple patch of form, Nozomi Express, and you talk about good jockeys. There's not many better than Justin Sheehan, who we see here on this Les Bridge trained galloper, coming down the outside. The colours that Kensai carried when he won the Melbourne Cup, a red with green sleeves and a red cap. Over on the rails in the yellow is Blue Valley, and coming right down the outside in the orange and black is the Max Lees trained Twilight Hour, who just cuts March to the Sea out of third spot. Okay, that was race 5 from Randwick. The next one you'll see live is the big one, the Caulfield Cup. And we'll be back to bring you the parade and other lead-up matters after this break.
Another thoroughbreds enjoying a nice little shower. Randwick race 5 and number 3 paid $3.30 and $1.60. The dividend for number 2 was $4.40, and 6 Twilight Hour paid $2.10. The New South Wales dividends there for you on Randwick race 5. We're back at Caulfield, a full field for the running of the 1996 Caulfield Cup with $1 million in prize money up for grabs. Australia's greatest racing stables are very well represented in this Group 1 handicap over 2,400 metres. Let's join our racing team for the early prices on the Cup.
Thanks very much, Kenny. And Simon, your tip, you haven't changed your mind?
No, I haven't. I'm going to stick with the Phantom Chance, but isn't it very similar to last year? A bit of rain's come during the day, softened the track up a bit, and we've got Doremus in the Caulfield Cup. Every drop of rain helps Doremus. And Doremus is favourite on the TAB at 4-1. Number 2, Count Chivas, is showing at 10-1. My selection, Nothing Like a Dane, is showing at 5-1 or $6 and is second favourite. Istedad is a scratching. Simon's tipped the Phantom Chances at good value, just over 16-1. Crying Game, who should be near the lead early, but I don't think he'll be there late, is at 40-1. Number 7, Electronic, is at just a little bit better than 25-1. Boart, the top mare from Perth, she's in this up to her ears. TAB number 8, she's showing at $10.30 or just over 9-1. Number 9, Peep on the Sly, Michael Carson to ride him. He's peaking at the right time. He's showing just under 7-1 now, about $7.70, odds of just better than 6.5-1 or 13-2. Valance from Newcastle, TAB number 10, is in from 50s to 40s, and he has got a chance. Number 11, Donar, is out to 50-1. Number 12, Circles of Gold, won here on Wednesday, albeit a little luckily, but she did win. She's at 40-1.
Number 13, Love Dance from New Zealand, is at 25 to 1. Last year's Oaks winner, Salius, is also at 25 to 1. She'll be near the lead early. Number 15, Skybow, at 40 to 1. Number 16, another winner here last Saturday, the Bandette from New Zealand, $13.50, just over 12 to 1. Number 17, Arctic Scent, to be ridden by the youngster Brent Stanley, is at 30 to 1. Number 18, Hewler Flight, won the Metropolitan in Sydney. Glenn Boss, the jockey, at 10 to 1. Another of the Gai Waterhouse team, and yet another of the Gai Waterhouse team is number 19, Iron Horse, who's showing at odds of a little better than 33 to 1. As I told you, well in the market is Peep on the Sly. He's actually third favourite on the tote. He's to be ridden by young Michael Carson, who's just been interviewed by Anne-Marie Sparkman.
Michael Carson, there's a lot of talk around the track today about Peep on the Sly.
Well, yeah, there should be. His two runs, or his last two runs have been excellent for, you know, on his program this time in, and, you know, I can't fault him at the moment.
He's a horse, he's a real fairy tale horse, isn't he?
Oh, that's right. You know, Bob down at Mornington, he's hasn't got many horses in work, and he's sort of fronting up. Everyone's sort of saying, oh, Bob Maxwell, and fronting up with Lee Freedman's and Gai Waterhouses and that. But you know, he's lucky enough to have a good horse like Peep on the Sly.
And Michael Carson, what would you think about winning the Caulfield Cup today? What would it mean to you?
Oh, well, you know, it's just unbelievable if I could get up. I only come over here for a few months just for the carnival, and, you know, I just hope to get on a horse like this, and now here I am on a, you know, 10 to 1 chance, and it's pretty excited.
Good luck.
Thanks very much.
Thanks a lot for your help.
Yeah, I reckon Michael Carson would be very excited. Well, the man who has most to say, not through his words, but through his actions at Caulfield Cup time in the 90s, is Lee Freedman. He's won the last two, he's won 3 of the last 4. With Mannerism starting the trot, was then broken when Freya won in 1993, but in 1994 he won with Paris Lane, and in 1995 he won with Doremus, and he's got a couple of top chances this year with Doremus and Count Chivas. Anne-Marie Sparkman is now with Lee Freedman.
Lee Freedman, the trainer who knows all about Group 1 victories and especially loves the Caulfield Cup, 3 out of the last 4. Is this a nervous day for you?
Not really. I mean, we've done all the work we can with the horses. It's just a matter now what the track's like and, you know, just how the races run. But I'm confident both horses are, you know, as good as we can get them.
Doremus looking fantastic. Won it last year, won the Melbourne Cup last year. Can he do it again?
It's a lot tougher for him this year. He's got 6 kilos more, and although he's drawn 1, that can be a disadvantage if he gets back too far. So he's gonna need some luck in the running. But yes, you know, if he gets the luck, he's got the ability for sure.
He doesn't mind getting his feet wet. Would he like it even a bit wetter than this?
Well, he wouldn't mind it, but they say it's going to fine up. But it is Melbourne.
They're always telling us lies. Yeah. Count Chivas, there's a lot being talked about Count Chivas, but he doesn't like it wet.
No, he needs a firm, you know, between firm and dead, and I think he's going to get his perfect ground today, so let's see what the weather does, but if he gets the right ground, I'm sure he's going to be the one to beat.
On an emotional level, who would you like to see win?
I don't mind, I get paid the same.
It'd be nice to see the older boy, the 6-year-old, get up though?
Well, yes and no. You know, I've got 2 sets of owners both expecting to win, so I have to be fairly impartial.
Okay, well, good luck today.
Thank you.
Well, Simon, here's the parade, and first in the parade is not Doremus, but one of your old favourites leading the parade.
Yes, certainly, Scalazzi. What a great sprinter he was. I don't think he'd run the 2,400 metres out, but there he is, fresh from the paddock, done a little bit of work just to try and round him up nicely, but doesn't he look fantastic?
He looks super, and it's great to see a race named after him at Caulfield today. Of course, that was the race won by Ruffles. And there's TAB number 1, Doremus, last year's double cups winner, the Caulfield Cup, the Melbourne Cup. What a mighty stayer he is. Damien Oliver is back from Hong Kong to riding.
He certainly is a mighty stayer. Great true words from Lee Freedman. They've done as much as they can for these horses. He's not nervous, and neither will Doremus be. He's just a great racehorse, loves competition, loves the staying distances. He's a great show.
Well, all the talk seems to have been of Doremus, but what about this fellow? TAB number 2, Count Chivas. A great run in this race last year. I thought he was home halfway down the straight. He wasn't in the Freedman team then. He was when he won the Sydney Cup in the autumn.
And a super run in the Underwood as well. Turnbull was a bit disappointing, but it was on heavy ground. You can forgive him for that.
TAB number 3 is the Great Dane. Nothing like a Dane. What a horse he is too. Won last year's Derby, 2nd in the Melbourne Cup. He's only won once in 1996, but he's just coming right again.
Yes, can't question his form leading into this race. The run in the Metropolitan was just sensational. Shane Dye's on board. Barrier 14, I think they'll still run the horse back a little bit today, possibly near midfield, but he's going to be difficult to beat.
Yesterday is a scratching number 4. There's number 5, the Phantom Chance from New Zealand. Patrick Payne, marvellous jockey to ride him, trained by a marvellous trainer, John Wheeler.
Yes, Patrick Payne, very patient when he gets into the saddle. He'll have to be on the Phantom Chance today. I think the Phantom Chance again has had a good preparation leading in and is one of the top chances.
Crying Game was the pride of the West last Christmas, but he's off the boil at the moment, and Simon, it'd be hard to see him win.
Yes, certainly would. Rod Griffiths on board. Rides well in these staying races again. Another patient jockey. Be interesting to see what they do with Crying Game. We're all expecting her to go to the front.
There's Electronic, won the Metropolitan last year, a weight for age winner in the autumn, but she too, I think, is off the boil, but not, her jockey isn't Mick Dittman.
No, certainly not. You can never underestimate a horse ridden by Mick Dittman, but Electronic, it is difficult to see that horse getting up and winning the Caulfield Cup.
She's the second of the Gay Waterhouse runners. Number 8, Bow.